More students going to be part of the interim government. Experts recommend to prioritize experience rather than emotion. More to advisor's oath. Judiciary in new form. Chief Justice becomes directly from High Court. Home Advisor gives police 4 days to join workplace. Two advisors express sorrow in the incidents of attacks on minorities. Hindu communities make 8-point demands, including ensuring security. Hello and welcome to the News24 English Bulletin. This is Tamima Islam. Those were the Bashundhara T Presents headlines. And now the details. More students are joining the interim government, with posts like assistant advisor being created. The government plans to involve more students, especially those from the quota movement, in various ministries, marking a new chapter in the country's political landscape. The public welcomes this move, but experts have mixed reactions. Some see it as risky to involve so many students. Experts suggested a high-level commission.
এই যে আমার ব্যাংক আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ এর সায়েন্টিফিক নজল আর ব্রাশ বার্নার তাপকে সমানভাবে ছড়িয়ে খরচ বাঁচায় 25%।
আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ নিরাপদ ও গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী।
304 ফুড গ্রেড স্টেইনলেস স্টিলে তৈরি, যা নিশ্চিত করে জংবিহীন সিঙ্কের আজীবন নিশ্চয়তা।
আরএফএল কিচেন সিঙ্ক, স্বাস্থ্যকর কিচেনের চিরস্থায়ী সমাধান।
Two new advisors, Shupradip Chakma and Dr. Bidhan Ranjan Roy, were sworn into the interim government. Shupradip Chakma is from the Chittagong Hill Tracts, while Dr. Roy will oversee the primary and mass education ministry. The oath was administered by President Shahabuddin at Bongo Bhavan, with Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus present. With their inclusion, the interim government now has 16 members, though Farooq-e-Azam has yet to take the oath. Syed Rifat Ahmed has been sworn in as the 25th Chief Justice of Bangladesh. After the oath at Bongo Bhavan, administered by the President, he arrived at the Supreme Court, where he stressed reforming the judiciary. Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus and other High Court judges attended the ceremony. Ahmed, who was not promoted for 20 years, pledged to eliminate syndicates and address the negative impact of politicization on the judiciary. Coordinators of the anti-discrimination student movement believe the appointment of Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed will end factionalism in the legal arena. They expressed optimism that the young generation's aspirations would be reflected in the judicial system. These remarks were made at Bongo Bhavan following the oath-taking ceremony of the new Chief Justice. The coordinators stressed the importance of this step for judicial reform and fairness.
আমি এই চেয়ারে বসবো না।
বাচ্চু ভাই, এই চেয়ারকে ভয় পেও না। ডেন্টিস্টের পরামর্শে নাও নতুন কোলগেট অ্যাক্টিভ সোল, যা দাঁতের সমস্যা শুরু হওয়া মাত্রই থামিয়ে দেয়। না থাকবে ব্যথা, না থাকবে ভয়।
Home Advisor Brigadier General retired M. Shakawat Hussain has warned if any police member fails to join his workplace within 4 days, then he will be considered as a fugitive. He said the police will no more be allowed to flatter. At the same time, the Home Advisor warned of closing flattering mass media.
In devastations carried out by anti-discrimination students movement, so far 42 police members have lost their lives and more than 1,000 were injured. At least 507 police members have taken medical treatment only at the Central Police Hospital. The advisor said during visiting the hospital on Sunday that incidents of casualties increased as the media did not present correct information. At the same time, he warned those who ordered police for killing and violence will be brought under trial.
আমি চেষ্টা করব যে হুকুমদাতা যারা ছিল,
I will try to hold trials of those who instructed for the massacre. They should be punished and severely punished either at home or abroad. It's not rational that you will order to kill students and people of the country. If you kill people, do flattering, I will close the media. You can do whatever you can internationally. I will do that, I promise. This is not under my jurisdiction, and at the same time under my jurisdiction. You haven't present true stories.
এই মিডিয়া আপনারা সত্যি ঘটনাগুলো তুলে ধরেন, আপনারা সত্যি ঘটনা তুলে ধরেন নাই।
At that time, police chief said police members are not willing to return to their workplaces out of fear. The advisor, however, said actions will be taken in case of failure to join by 7 days.
So far, we have information of death of total 42 police members of different ranks, including 3 inspectors.
টোটাল 42 জন পুলিশ সদস্য নিহত হয়েছে।
যে পুলিশ সদস্যরা যদি না আসেন,
If the police members do not come, we will consider them as deserters. We have several mechanisms to reappoint thousands of trained police members within 7 days. If they do not join, they will be deserted.
মেকানিজম আছে, আমি এখানে উল্লেখ করতে চাই না।
Although it is being said that 45 police stations out of 50 in the capital have started functioning, but reality is different. Answer members and armed forces are assisting, as very few police members have returned. There is no traffic police member in the capital. Home Advisor said, in this reality, students who are discharging traffic duties will be given certificates. Ekramul Haq Suman, News 24.
The Home Advisor to the interim government expressed regret over violence against minorities following the mass uprising. In response, the Hindu community held protests across Bangladesh, including Dhaka, demanding security and an 8-point charter of demands. Pro-Hindu activists staged a sit-in at Shahbag and organized rallies. Protests also occurred in Lalmonirhat, Pabna, Moulvibajar and other districts. Foreign Affairs Advisor Tawhid Hussain stated that the government's goal is to transfer power through a fair election. At a press conference at the Foreign Ministry, he clarified that he did not pledge to hand over St. Martin and believes the students did not make such a pledge either. Hussain also announced plans to hold discussions with representatives of the minority community soon. Thousands have been injured in recent violence related to the quota reform movement, with many treated at the National Orthopedic Hospital known as Pungu Hospital. Patients are facing difficulties due to various irregularities. Although the government has prioritized the treatment of injured students, complaints about poor care and food quality persist. Students demand radical reforms to address these issues. 2 days after taking their oaths, the advisors of the interim government began work at the Secretariat. They held meetings with officials from their respective ministries. Post and ICT advisor Nahid Islam stated that internet shutdowns should not happen verbally and promised action against those responsible. Social welfare advisor Farid Akhtar pledged to ensure the rights of the people. Clashes erupted between general staff and employees of S. Alam Group at Islami Bank's head office in Motijhil, resulting in 6 wounds from gunfire. Finance advisor Saleuddin Ahmed announced that legal action will be taken against those responsible for the unrest. Hundreds of outsiders attempted to enter the bank, leading to police intervention and subsequent shootings. 5 others were injured in the incident. We'll be back after a short break. Please stay with us. Coordinators of the anti-discrimination movement from North, South, UIU, AIUB and IUB visited the injured at Dhanmondi Popular Hospital. They expressed their condolences and wished the victims a speedy recovery. Relatives of the injured stated that the victims were attacked during a protest for justice. They affirmed the youth will work towards the progress of the country. The Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit BFIU has ordered the seizure of all bank accounts belonging to former Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmoud, his wife and daughter. The BFIU sent this directive to all banks and financial institutions. Under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2012, the personal and business accounts of Hassan Mahmoud, Nurun Fatima and Nafisa Jumaina Mahmoud must be seized. 6 members of the U.S. Congress have called for sanctions against Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir and former Home Minister Asaduzaman Khan. They sent a letter to Secretary of State Antony Blinken and U.S. Treasury Secretary Jen Psaki. The Congress members, including Lloyd Doggett and Edward J. Markey, highlighted recent events in Bangladesh. BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia will contest the next general election if she recovers from her illness. Party Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir announced this at a press conference at the Noyapalton Central Office. He stated that if BNP comes to power, it will work to improve India-Bangladesh relations.
Which in fact
Corruption reports are emerging in Bangladesh Cricket Board BCB following Sheikh Hasina's resignation. National team captain Nurul Hassan Shohan has spoken out, revealing that corruption occurred in jersey production while playing for the Khulna division. He expressed a desire to see fewer political figures on the board. Some cricketers will depart for Pakistan on Monday for a test series. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.